What's up, guys? It's been a while since the last FTMO challenge update. When I left off, we were down 5%, not in a good spot, in a bit of drawdown. We went even more into drawdown. And in this video, I'm going to go over what I did to get out of drawdown and what I did to go from having a 20% win rate at the start of the challenge to now. In the month of December, we had almost an 80% daily win rate. Could have been even better had I not made a few mistakes here, but we're going to go over all of that in this video. Let's get right into it. As you guys could see, we have made some nice profit here this month. Unfortunately, we still are in a little bit of drawdown. The account actually is in profit, but over the past 2 months of trading, we've racked up about $2,000 in commissions on this challenge, so holding us back a little bit, but we're out of drawdown practically, and we're in a much better spot. So I feel much better about this now than I did before. But again, sometimes getting out of drawdown is a challenge and a accomplishment in and of itself. But yeah, guys, what did I do to go from this horrific losing streak? And honestly, again, it was kind of self-inflicted. You could see 2 days I overtraded. I don't normally take more than one loss in a day. If I lose, I'm done, usually. So obviously, not overtrading helped this a bit, although you could see on Friday I got pretty frustrated after a lot of trades were not hitting full TP. And I think the first video I released, I was saying how I was taking TP1, TP2. That's just because it was working out on my personal for a few months, my personal account for a few months before that. So that's just how I was trading TP1 and TP2. But we're done with TP1 and TP2, and I'm also done. Well, there's a lot of things I'm done with, and we might offend some people in this video. But I'm done trading order blocks. We've implemented a new strategy for breaks of structure, so we're not trading every perfect looking break of structure. It's giving us more trade opportunities and cleaner trade opportunities. So yeah, the first thing I did, so let's just go one. We ditched TP1 and TP2. We ditched the idea of having TP1 and TP2. We just go for, and we also ditched the idea of before I was taking, 1 to 2 R, 1 to 2 R trades. We're now targeting only the 618 retracement into the Fibonacci, and to the previous break, it's giving us about 1.6 R per trade. Not a perfect 2, but as you could see, it yields a higher win rate and a little bit less stressful too. Some of the 1 to 2s could get a little big. And what did I mean by no longer trading order blocks? Well, we're just trading the 618 fib retracement now. So instead of seeing the market like this and looking for that perfect candle, that perfect order block, we are just trading the 618, and we don't have to worry about it's just making it less stressful. And I think you could see in my win rate how that reflects now. Another thing is, you probably are confused when I say I'm not trading structure breaks anymore. I am still trading breaks of structure, but we found an entry model that kind of cleans it up. So we have Asian. Let's just say this is Asian session. If London session breaks the high of Asian session, and even better if Asian session sweeps some sort of low or something, and then we have a break on London session, and the chart looks like this. Then I will then use whatever high London session prints. We drag the Fibonacci from the low of Asian session. So we drag it up. The fib retracement is here. We drag the fib to the high that London session just printed and wait for New York, possibly, but it could still happen in London session, to then go enter our trade, retrace into that low, and then break structure to the high. And in that we get the 1.6R, which is a great ratio, honestly. But let's jump into the chart so you retards can understand what I'm talking about. And yes, my chart has looked like perfection lately, but we're not here to brag. Anyway, guys, as you can see, the first few trades here, we're uptrending, and then we start downtrending. And then what do I see here? I mean, it's still a textbook sweep and break of structure, textbook SMC. But in these later trades, you'll see exactly what I mean, why I love now watching the sessions. And I know a lot of people watch sessions, but a lot of people trade sweeps of sessions. I trade the breaks of sessions now. So as you can see here, Tokyo, Asian session here opens up. London session sweeps the high. We get wicked out here, never closing above. And then we get a nice closure below that session. And then what do? I take the fib, drag it from the high in this case to the low. And you can see next Asian session, we tap in and then come down and get our TP all in that session there. The next day, you could see we had a minor sweep of that Asian session, and then New York session went and broke those session lows. And then you could see we entered in here at the end of New York. The day closed 7 o'clock. I was going to say that is weird timing, but we get entered into the trade. We have to wait a little bit. And then as you could see, we were waiting, and another trade printed, but I was already in this one, so I wasn't going to take extra risk here. But as you guys could see, if we take Asian session high, we broke Asian session, we closed well below Asian session, and then if we went with this retracement, would have tapped in again. I didn't take that trade, but another example of strategy printing. And then although we are downtrending, we had a very clean break to the upside. London session closed well above Asian session. We retraced down, almost got stopped out, and I'm gonna be honest, I did break even on this position. It doesn't feel good when you almost get stopped out and then go to break even and then get stopped out, so I just got out of the trade. But the day closed, New York session closed, and when it opened, pushed up to TP there. So honestly, another beautiful example of strategy. And then, the last trade on Friday that we had here, another beautiful example of strat. And I'll toggle this real quick so you can see how this is exactly what I meant. This is exactly what I meant here with, not trading perfect breaks of structure. A lot of these trades, if I was trading SMC or trading, the way I traded before, a lot of this I wouldn't even get in. I'd be like, these are all sweeps, it's all chop. But it's not chop. When you look at the sessions, it's not chop. So what do we have here? We have Asian session swept out this previous day high, and then London session open, respected, obviously never pushed up to those Asian session highs. And then we closed below Asian session here. But we wicked these lows. If I was trading the way I was before, typical SMC, I would have labeled this a sweep, and I would have been waiting for the break of the upside, no trade. But with this newfound confidence and newfound strategy, just a little cleaner, everything's a little cleaner, a little more technical. I feel very confident in, the sessions breaks being great draws on liquidity. And I feel very confident with the fib too, because it's almost like, if you're right, it's like almost a mathematical, not, I wouldn't say certainty, but, it feels like you have something backing your strategy up, right? So yeah, we had a break of this Asian session, and then when New York session opened up, we retraced up into that 618 entry. Here we did end up sweeping London, doesn't matter for our trade though. And then obviously coming down here, just melting to TP perfectly. But yeah, that's pretty much all the trades I need to go over to explain, what I did to go from almost blowing the account on a unfortunate losing streak. And losing streaks do happen, guys, and I would not recommend doing what I did. A lot of the problems on this challenge were completely self-inflicted. If you're on a losing streak, which I guess I kind of wasn't there, but if you are on a losing streak like this, don't overtrade. Obviously, that's losing 2% in a day on a challenge is pretty dumb. Um, but yeah, part of being a profitable trader is trusting your strategy and adapting when it's necessary to do so. And again, a lot of the trades are still pretty much SMC the way the sessions break. It's a lot of them end up being breaks of structure and sweeps. Um, but yeah, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with December's daily win rate. An 80% win rate on the month is pretty insane. And my daily win rate would reflect that too, had I not over traded a few days. But yeah, guys, I hope you appreciated the video. Um, hopefully it wasn't too choppy and retarded. Hopefully I did a good job explaining everything because it kind of feels like I didn't. Could have been a much cleaner video. I'm pretty tired. But yeah, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more. And if you guys want to live trade with me, I don't, the Discord is not a lot of money. It's $40 a month to live trade with me. That's like the price of an eighth every month. Like, so with that being said, hopefully in the next update, I'll update you guys and we'll be in profit and hopefully close to passing the challenge and I could get my funding back with FTMO, the best prop firm in the world, and we're all Gucci again. So see you guys in the next see you guys in the next video. Peace.